What's going on, guys? It's Brong coming at you guys with another tier list Tuesday, and in this episode we're doing Eminem. I'm doing the top 10 Eminem songs of all time, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you enjoy these videos and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Let's try to get me to 1,000 subs. That'd be awesome. I'm getting super close. So yeah, let's get right into it. A few of my honorable mentions are The Real Slim Shady, No Love, Role Model, Brain Damage, Till I Collapse, Like Toy Soldiers. Those are just a few of them, but let's get into my top 10. And coming in at number 10, we have Marshall Mathers off the Marshall Mathers LP. This song is one of my favorite Eminem songs. Not a lot of people talk about this song. It's one of my personal favorites. And I had to just kind of sneak it into my top 10. It was either this or The Real Slim Shady, which was super hard to leave off this list. But I think all in all, this is my personal opinion, and I prefer Marshall Mathers over The Real Slim Shady just by a little bit. I think it's a little bit more of a darker production. Maybe that's why I prefer it. But they're both great songs, and I just think this song just had that extra for me. I had to put it in the top 10 over The Real Slim Shady. Coming in at number 9, we have Superman off of the Eminem Show. And I think this is a great example of a song where some people think that every song Eminem raps fast. Every song he has to rap as fast as he can. He doesn't really have a lot of bars. He just raps fast. I think Superman is a perfect example in his catalog of a song that he doesn't have to rap fast to have a good song or like make good music, because it's one of my favorite songs he's ever made, and it's a slower production, slower beat. He raps fast on it at times, but it's definitely one of his slower songs, and it's definitely one of my favorite Eminem songs he's ever made. And it's gotten big recently, I think, over like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, but it's always been one of my personal favorites, and it's the only song off the Eminem Show in my top 10. Number 8, we have Going Through Changes off of Recovery. This is also one of my personal favorites. I think all 3 verses are very good. I don't have a favorite. I think they're all spectacular verses. I think the production's great. I think Recovery is such a special album to me because it's more of a personal album from him. He's not rapping about a persona. He's just rapping based off himself and his own feelings. And I definitely think that Going Through Changes is one of my favorite Eminem songs. Coming in at number 7, we have Stan off of the Marshall Mathers LP. And what more is there to say about this song? It's one of the most iconic songs in the genre ever made. It created a word in the dictionary. I think it influenced Kendrick and many other storytelling rap artists. I think it's definitely one of the best storytelling rap songs ever made when it comes from him writing verses from the fan's perspective, then his perspective when he gets the letters. And I just think it's super iconic, and it's definitely one of the best songs he's ever made. Coming in at number 6, we have The Way I Am off the Marshall Mathers LP as well. And I think this song is, I don't know who pissed him off the day he recorded this song or wrote the song, but his like track presence, his like track cadence is something so unique that I never heard before. You just feel his anger through the mic, and it really gets you, gives you some sort of like boost of adrenaline yourself just by listening to it. And I listen to it all the time when I'm working out, and it's definitely one of my favorite songs he's ever made, and I still play it all the time, and it hasn't gotten old. And I think the production and his flow he has on that beat is just so catchy, and I think it's definitely one of the best songs in his whole catalog. Coming in at number 5, we have Not Afraid off of Recovery. And this song is one of the best songs, I think, best inspirational rap songs ever made. And to all the people that think Eminem can't make good music like post 2010 time, or like after his prime 3 albums, that's just totally wrong. And I think this song really proves, and that album altogether proves that he's not done. He still has the ability to write his best music. And I think Not Afraid is one of his best verses he's ever written. And he was definitely in like an inspirational place in his life then. And I think he wanted to inspire his fans and really make like inspirational music. And it's definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. Coming in at number 4, we have Spacebound off of Recovery. I know there's a lot of Recovery on here. A lot of you guys probably don't agree with that, but that's one of my favorite albums of all time. And it's probably my favorite Eminem album, to be honest with you. But you know, Spacebound is the first verse is one of the most like relatable verses I think I've ever heard from him. I just think it's super open, and I think once that chorus comes in, it almost gives me goosebumps just thinking about that chorus when it comes in. Every time I play it, I get chills when that chorus comes in. It's definitely one of his best songs, and I think all 3 verses are great, but that first verse, it's just something special, and I think it's definitely the best song off of Recovery and the best Eminem song that he's put out like in the past like 14-15 years. That's kind of a hot take maybe to have this in the top 4, but it's definitely one of my personal favorites, and I couldn't leave it out of the top 5. Coming in at number 3, we have Lose Yourself off of the 8 Mile soundtrack, which is arguably, I don't even know if it's arguably, I think it is his most famous song he's ever written. I know you guys are probably shocked in the comments that this song isn't in my top 2 at least, but trust me, this song is one of my favorite songs that's ever been put out by anyone, any genre, anything. That just shows how great of an artist Eminem is and how much other great music he has. Because if this song was in like any other rapper's catalog, it'd be automatically like my favorite song in their catalog. But yeah, this is one of my favorite songs of all time. I enjoyed it when he performed this at the Super Bowl. Definitely my favorite song that was performed at that Super Bowl. And I think this song is so inspirational, and I think it's definitely special that he wrote this like during a movie when it was filming and recorded it there. I think just says a lot to how great of a writer he is, rapper he is, and he's definitely one of the GOATs. Coming in at number 2, we have Rock Bottom off of the Slim Shady LP. This song is a personal favorite of mine. It's super underrated. I think a lot of real Eminem fans love this song, but maybe not a lot of people know about it in terms of like the mainstream. But it's definitely one of my favorite songs. I think it's super cool how he raps about how it feels like to be at rock bottom and to like kill and steal. And so many people don't put themselves in other people's shoes who are at rock bottom. Like, why would you do this crime? Why would you do this? I think he really puts into perspective what it's like to be at rock bottom. And these people who make mistakes and do stuff like that aren't bad people. They just made bad choices. I think it's a reflection of Eminem himself prior to meeting Dr. Dre and making that album. But I think it's definitely one of his most personal songs, and I think it's probably one of his favorite songs he's written because of, I think, the message behind it and everything is super powerful, and it's my favorite song on the Slim Shady LP, and it's my only song off that album on this tier list, which shows a lot, again, like how many great songs Eminem has, because that album's great. Coming in at number 1, the number 1 Eminem song of all time is 8 Mile off 8 Mile, off the movie soundtrack. This is, again, pretty underrated. I think a lot of people don't talk about this song. I'm not sure why. I think the real Eminem fans love this song and have it. Everyone has it in their top 5. But in terms of, again, like people who haven't gone through his whole catalog, well, it's not even in his catalog, it's off a movie soundtrack. So if you haven't seen 8 Mile, you probably might not have heard of this song. If you guys are watching this and you haven't heard this song, please go check it out. I think it's definitely his best song he's ever written. It just puts you almost in the scene of the movie. Like, it feels like you're walking by a train track at night when it's passing by and you hear the horns. Puts you into his mind, how he feels at that time, how hard he was working to try to make it as an artist and a rapper. to be able to put food on the table for his family. I think it's just a very powerful song that he talks about in the perspective of his character in the movie, but he's also talking about himself in real life, because the movie is based off his own life. So I just think it's definitely my favorite Eminem song. It's my most played Eminem song. I have the CD of 8 Mile just because of this song and Lose Yourself. That's how great those two songs are. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the third tier list Tuesday. If you guys want more of these, please hit that subscribe button. I'm so close to 1,000 subs. I'd really appreciate that. Let me know in the comments what you think about my list. I've enjoyed reading you guys' comments recently, so please keep dropping them. And yeah, let me know what I should do next. I'm thinking maybe Drake, Mac Miller, Juice World. I'll cover all of them at some point, but I might do J. Cole next. Who knows? But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed. That's been Brong, and I'm out. Peace out, guys.